The cup runneth over with content today. I'm talking about, I got like 6 videos that I could pump out right now because it's just been that we live in such a fun time. But this one, this right here, this is for daddy. This is for me. If you're unaware, over the past, 4 or 5 years, I have worked in the advocacy activist arena, operating campaigns and really pushing for policy and legislation that can actually help urban communities such as the one that I come from. And in my adventures, one of the people, if you go to the official elected official channel and see a lot of that content back there, you'll know a theme when it comes to Senator Ron Rice. I've been pushing this man, maneuvering this man, like asking him in, day out, hey, what has the past, basically the entirety of his tenure in the state house, what has it produced as far as our communities and our families? And that's a question in which he has no answer, and it's one of the reasons he really hates having really hates talking to me. But I've always been one to give props where props are due. And in this case, it's really good to see Senator Rice start to put a battery in his back. And this is coming to us from New Jersey Globe. Legislative Black Caucus chairman says Murphy patronizes black leaders. Okay, first and foremost, representatives, not leaders. All right, Senator Rice, I don't think we had that conversation yet, but when you are elected into office, you are a representative. You are speaking on behalf of these people, but you do not lead them. They lead you, sir. Senator Rice calls Governor oblivious, calls for immediate action on social justice. Man, that's been some fun snake oil, hasn't it? The longest serving African American legislator in state history says that Governor Phil Murphy and other Democratic leaders, representatives, patronize black legislators and allege they don't take them seriously. True. True. It's all symbolism. It's all, hey, yeah, you got a seat at the table. Now sit there, eat your porridge, and shut the hell up. Yeah, that's really what it's been for a very long time. Black elected officials, civil rights, and faith-based leaders, representatives in New Jersey continue to be taken for granted in a manner not dissimilar to the way black voters and brown and black people in general are often dismissed on a daily basis. Oh my God. Really, Senator Rice? This sounds like something that your intern Latasha wrote up for you. Said Senator State Rice in a brutal, stinging letter to Murphy obtained by the New Jersey Globe. Rice, that they gave to the New Jersey Globe. Hey, New Jersey Globe, yeah, this right here. Rice told Murphy that it's possible that you are oblivious to the treatment that I and other leaders of color have repeatedly experienced time after time. Well, that's what the money is for, right? You guys make hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's what the money is for your silence, bro. According to Rice, whenever the Legislative Black Caucus meets with state elected officials, we are met with patronizing conversations, a smile, the pretense of understanding, and empty promises for cooperation. Or perception is that there is an entrenched pattern of behavior based on the expectation that we leaders, representatives, will go home, be silent, and simply wait until the next meeting to have the same conversation, said Rice, who has served in the Senate since 1986, chairs the Legislative Black Caucus. Guys, that's the thing. And this has been the pattern for the past 30 years for this man. So how did it take you 30 years to get to this point? like, if you ignore me for more than 5 minutes, I'm like, wait, what's going on here? No. We need something real. But okay, cool. I respect it because I do have an immense amount of respect for Senator Rice. I do not believe him to be fully aligned with the establishment. I just believe him to have brought into a lot of false notions and bad ideas that hopefully with my help, he's starting to see has done nothing Nothing. Like the promise was, oh man, if you let us turn your communities into police states, we're gonna your families will be better and everything else like that. But no, it hasn't been. It hasn't been at all. Rice levied his plaints directly at Murphy, Steve Sweeney, and Craig Coughlin, suggesting that it is as though we are expected to be grateful for simply having FaceTime with you, the Senate President and or Assembly Speaker. Yeah, yeah. Take your 30 pieces of silver and sit down. The 11th term Essex County Democrat was an early supporter of Murphy's bid for the 2017 Democratic gubernatorial nomination and has been one of the small handful of state Democrats Murphy thought he could count on as he began his term last year. And that's the fun part. Because really, it's not like I covered the entirety of that election. And it's not like there were choices. So he saw what was going down early and he got in on it. And now, as per usual, you're regretting your choice now, aren't you? It's the same paradigm that the urban / black family community has been entrenched in for generations now. Buyer's remorse. Just a month before his term legislative elections, Rice says he's disappointed with Murphy, telling the governor that black and brown elected officials, faith-based and civil rights leaders, taxpayers, voters, and residents in general placed our hope and faith in you for justice, believing that the days of modern-day bondage in New Jersey would end for people of color. Yo, who wrote this? I just don't see Senator Rice saying a lot of this. Like, this was definitely written by an intern, man, who was like, yes, let's use the black thing. Let's use our victim points and our victim card. Like, that's kind of where I'm getting irritated. That's where I'm getting irritated with this, because it's like, oh, victim. No, y'all, like, when it comes to the elected class in this state, y'all have had your 30 pieces of silver. Y'all been sitting there quietly, you in particular, since 1986, quietly. Oh yeah, this will work. Oh man, buyer's remorse. It's the same cycle. And this isn't exclusive to New Jersey. This is not exclusive to Newark. This is not exclusive to Essex County. This is not exclusive to any urban community throughout the United States. This is all of us. I can assure you it is not simply FaceTime that we seek. We want action, Rice said. We've been down this road before. As leaders, representatives, we refuse to continue down the same path that yields so little so late. You'll take your piece of silver, sir, and you'll like it. Rice cited the decriminalization of recreational marijuana as one example of how Murphy and Democratic leaders have let down the state's minority communities. Not Rice, let it go to the ballot. Let it go to the ballot. Screw it. A Wild West when it comes to the bud. Just no, because all they seek to do is put you in the same position of buyer's remorse again. Because hey, yeah, their pharmaceutical companies, all the greenhouses and investments that they have, they're going to do great. While once again we catch the shaft. And all these plans and stuff like that they try to put in there, like, oh yeah, well, you can have a cannabis business and all these other things. They're not taking into account that it's been illegal for so long that you guys have there are people still buying into the lies of the drug war to this very second. So yeah, you are going to have a harder time. It won't be as many faces of color because you sat there and brainwashed them into one mode of thinking. Right? He is seeking a meeting with members of Black and Latino Legislative Caucus. New Jersey was one of the last states to free slaves. Oh my goodness. Rice said. Rice, who makes you making bank, man. You ain't no damn slave. Stop this bullshit. It's time we accelerated our timeline of right action. So, whereas I do appreciate Senator Rice putting a battery in his back, I really would like to fall off this whole social justice and slavery thing, when in reality, like I said, you ain't got to worry about slavery because we have laws and legislation still in place at this very second that even through all that Senator Rice isn't touching. Why? Because they skip fear. fear. I mean, like when it comes to Black America, when it comes to urban America, they are like broken horses, man, just scared, and it doesn't help anybody. All it does is weaken these communities. It doesn't strengthen them at all. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss out a like, dislike, yeah, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and bitch you didn't like. They don't like me like that, but it's okay. Shh, it's okay. They don't have to. You do, and I appreciate you. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Like like I feel good. I feel really good about this because it is showing that there's still some Y chromosomes up in his balls, but at the same time he's leaning on the victim narrative that I am completely antithetical towards at this point, because we have, like I said, like you want to sit here and talk about slavery and everything else like that when there's been like 900% increase in the elected officials of these areas, yet these places don't get better because the elected officials that they put in just take their 30 pieces of silver and run. So, I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next one.